Very good morning to students. Today we are going to learn about the qualitative survey and part of the mine environmental engineering, particularly humidity and cooling effect of the particular location, how to cooling power is measurement by the various instruments. Well, we well know that my name is Karuna Kumar Buge, HOD Mining, Government Polytechnic Kottaguda. This is related to mine environmental engineering subject, particular mine ventilation survey. Qualitative survey in which the humidity and cooling power we are going to discuss and also learn about the features of these two instruments, how the operation and functioning, how to measurement with these two the particular locations that in mine environment is concerned. Well, this is one image of the mining area. This is when you're conducting of the methanometer gas testing in particular underground mines. That image I am showing here. On completion of this class, we would be able to explain ventilation efficiency coefficient, explain the object of the qualitative survey, listing the equipment required for the qualitative surveying, list different components of the qualitative survey, explain method of conducting temperature and humidity survey, particularly in this part, humidity and cooling effect. So already in earlier last discussions, there is PPTs, you know that the instrument used for measurement of the air ventilation, a method of measuring of quantity of air flowing through an airway. These are the already you are familiar, already we discussed. Qualitative survey, the regarding the quality of ventilation of the following aspects had to be considered. Fire damp content of mine air at different points, percentage of other noxious and poisonous gases, temperature, humidity, cooling power of mine air, etc. Uh, Qualitative, the content of methane and other noxious and poisonous gases in the mine air can be determined by the flame safety lamp, which is a earlier class. Methanometer is one of the sophisticated digital equipment, and another is the flame safety lamp is a olden equipment where the accumulation and the percentage test of the methane content in the mine air can be measured. Methane detectors, other gas detectors, and by collecting air samples at strategic points in the mine, these samples can be analyzed at the surface, and the percentage of the various gases can be determined, and the steps have to be taken from improving the quality of the mine air by bringing down the percentage of these gases to harmless limits. So that is a prime motto of our A idea, the sample analysis of the particular is concerned. Temperature of the mine air can be determined by using thermometer. Temperature may be stated in degrees Fahrenheit or centigrades, and other conversion ratios that we can be converted to centigrade also. That is related to a well-known fact formula, centigrade by 5 equal to F minus 32 by F9, where C is, denotes temperature in degree centigrade, F denotes temperature in Fahrenheit. So these are the important mm, uh, conversions factors for centigrade and Fahrenheit is concerned. Humidity. The atmospheric air has the capacity to absorb moisture, and the air containing it is called as humidity air. So the atmospheric air has the capacity to absorb moisture, and the air containing it's called the humidity. So this is one basic definition of the humidity is concerned. The atmospheric air has the capacity to absorb the moisture, and the air containing it's called the humidity of the air. This is a basic definition. How much mm, humidity, moisture will be contained in the air is the basic idea of the humidity. So, at the same time, the relative humidity can be defined as the extent to which air is humid is known as relative humidity. The extent to which air is humid is known as a, how much is the extent it will be reached, that is called relative humidity. So you, I think understand what general humidity is, the moisture content of the air. The how much extent it will be is there in the humid in the condition, that's called relative humidity. So relative humidity can be give the formula, mass of water vapor per cubic meter of air upon mass of water vapor required to saturate 1 cubic meter of air. So this is the standardized formula, mass of water vapor per cubic meter of air and mass of water vapor required to saturate 1 cubic meter is evaporate, how much time will be taken in cubic meter of air is a generalized formula. Mass of water vapor per cubic meter of air, mass of water vapor required to saturate one cubic meter of air. Hygrometer, what does it mean by hygrometer? It is an instrument used to determine relative humidity of air. It is an instrument used to determine the relative humidity of air. There are two type of hygrometers namely used. The fixed or non-ventilated hygrometer and Staro Whirling hygrometers are most popular using instruments. These two instruments are popular. The Whirling hygrometers are more appropriate to present situations, or most of the mines are using also. Uh, the first one is concerned the fixed and non-ventilated hygrometer is concerned. The fixed and non-ventilated hygrometer. This is a fixed at a suitable place in the mine, so as to well ventilated by the mine air current. Because it is the location from somewhere, no need to go in around a particular location, but it is fixed into one particular location in mind. So that is called as a the fixed or non-ventilated hygrometer. So it no need to moving. So welding is also it's a moving serves to round that one, but it not required. It's a fixed one place. This is fixed at a suitable place in the mine so as to well ventilated by the mine air current. It consists of two thermometers mounted side by side. The bulb of the one being exposed to the air and that of the other covered with thin gauze and muslin. Uh, Similar like the lower end of which is dipped into the container filled with water. That will showing here similar as here coming. This is actually welling, but it is not a fixed one. Um, the lower end of the which dipped in the container filled with water, distilled water or rainy water, not mine water, should be used in the container as impurities in water affect its rate of the evaporation. The surface of the muslin should be clean and muslin should be changed from the time to time. Care should be taken to wipe all the dirt and moisture from the surface of the dry bulb. When taking readings underground, the lamp should not be held to close the hygrometer. It should be preferably be held on the leeward side of the hygrometer so that the height given out by the does not affect the thermometer. This instrument read the dry and wet bulb temperature from the which the humidity can be obtained by referring to psychrometric table or charts. So by referring the psychrometric chart, we can be compare the how much humidity. This is the procedure of the for fixed and non-ventilating hygrometers concern. Whirling hygrometer is it is a convenient to carry underground. It is very not fixing. It is a convenient to carry in underground. This is a similar in a principle to the ordinary wet or dry bulb hygrometer. Uh, in this, two thermometers are mounted side by side on a brass frame fitted with a wooden handle for whirling purpose. This is a whirling hygrometer showing this is the handle. This is a brass frame or gauge. The dry bulb, another is the wet bulb, which is wet bulb is a Muslim cloth is there, they wetted with the mine water. Without mine water, there will be rainwater or some water will be dipped this year. So here very clearly I am showing here. Whirling hygrometer is also known as a sling psychrometer, wet and dry bulb. The whirling hygrometer is also known as a is made out of the two thermometer mounted on a frame which rotate around the handle. That is very important to getting to air will be touch the wet bulb. So it can be welded in the air by hand, so that this type of thermometer known as the wet bulb temperature. Hygrometer instrument used in meteorological science to measure the humidity or about a water vapor in the air. Several major type of hygrometers are used to measure the humidity. Right, this is a well-known thing. The hygrometer is concerned. And another, I'm showing the figure, the parts of the hygrometer. We redraw it in our notes. It is a line diagram. So for practice purpose, it is required to write on this simple sketch the parts of. This is the frame. The wooden frame is there. This is a reservoir for the rotation purpose. Dry bulb. This is a dry bulb, but this is a wet bulb. The wick kept permanently moist around the thermometer bulb. This is giving the wet bulb temperature. This is the handle for the rotating purpose. The water content of the given volume of the air related to the same volume of full saturated air. So defect of the fixed hygrometer is some defects are there in fixing is concerned. So in such condition, the fixed hygrometer is that unless it is placed in an air current within the velocity of 3 meter per second or more. The moisture evaporated from the wet bulb surrounding both the dry and wet bulb, thus affecting the reading slightly. So, beside the evaporative cooling of the wet bulb may also affect the dry bulb temperature with low air velocity. That's why Welling hygrometer is commonly used in mines for better accuracy. So instead of fixed one, we are going to the this is actually mobile. That is, it can be handy instrument. You can be carry wherever required. The figure above figure shows the consisting of a dry and wet bulb temperature as a fixed hygrometer and is provided with a handle for whirling. Is it at a rate of 200 rpm revolutions per minute, which produce a relative air velocity up to 3 meters per second. That is the conditions. So this then this is another model. Same. So one of thermometer is covered with wet cloth. Constant evaporation of moisture takes place from the wet bulb, thereby cooling it and bringing down its temperature. When the air is relatively dry, it has a low relative humidity. There is a large difference between the readings of the dry bulb and wet bulb. When the air is nearly saturated, the two readings have hardly any difference. When the frame along with the thermometer is whirled at 200 rpm for about a minute, the readings of the dry and wet bulb enables us to calculate the relative humidity of the air from the tables. So, how to calculation of the relative humidity? Relative humidity of mine air in the temperature range obtained in Indian mines can be roughly calculated as follows. Deduct from the 100 7 degree per difference between the dry and wet bulb about 25 degrees of dry bulb reading. Deduct from the 100 8% per degree centigrade difference between the dry and wet bulb reading, and the dry bulb readings between the 20 degrees and the 25 degrees. Deduct from the 100%, that's 8 per percent degree between the dry and wet bulb reading. So these are the general calculation per procedure we are maintained. The temperature and rate humidity of the air increases in the vicinity of the place of the spontaneous heating of coal, and if the hygrometer readings are taken regularly, they provide an indication whether the heating is taken place or not. Dry bulb reading is a 30 degrees centigrade and wet bulb reading is a 24 degrees centigrade. Difference, that is 30 degrees minus 24 degrees equal to 6 degrees multiplied with 742%. Relative humidity is 100 minus 42, that is 58%. These are simple calculations for the calculation of the humidity. Similarly, case 2, in case of case 2, dry bulb reading is 24 degrees and wet bulb reading is 22. Difference you have to take it and multiply with 8, but that is 16. So minus into 100, that's 84%. And other third case, the above problems, here we read these are the general related to concept. So how to calculate EL given? The third case, triple reading is 18 degrees and 17 degrees. Difference is this one. So relative humidity is this much. So these three cases you can observe here. Please note down this one. These three cases with calculation procedure. So calculate our relative humidity in case one case above is the in first case one is calculation. The case 3 also you can observe here. So 7 case 3 are observed here. Use of hygrometer in mines. The chief purpose of hygrometer in mining is the estimation of uh, hygrometrical state of mine atmosphere, especially in the in-by workings of deep mines with regard to its effect on the comfort and working efficiency of the man engaged. In high temperature, the cooling effect due to the evaporation of the sweet form of the principle means by the body temperature is controlled. From this, we can be calculated the ventilation efficiency coefficient. Overall ventilation efficiency coefficients may be defined as the ratio of air reach the phases to the amount of air produced by the main fan. So VEQ is calculated by the ratio between the phase amount of air produced by the main fan. So with this, this hygrometer is concerned. Um, some more points you can be we can be discussed in this part of the hygrometric survey. Uh, the effect of heat and humidity of the mine is it's very essential, particularly uh, in the earlier human body produce a lot of waste heat by process of metabolism, which has to dissipate it into the surrounding mine. The major part of the heat produced by the body is dissipated from the surface of the skin by radiation only. Convection and evaporation of the sweat through a very small part is dissipated from the lungs through the exhaled air. So this is the major functioning of the human body. The major part of the heat produced by the body is dissipated from the surface of the skin by radiation, convection, evaporation, the sweat, and a very small amount of the from the lungs also. The heat transfer from the inner part of the body, the skin is through the blood circulation system, although conduction amount of the minor part. When the temperature of atmosphere is 298 Kelvin, you can measure in Kelvin or less, there is a 298. The normal blood circulation of the body along the condition is sufficient to transfer the heat from the inner part of the body to the surface of the skin. The heat transfer from the skin to the ambient air at this temperature is mainly by convection and radiation. For about 295 Kelvin, the heat transfer to the skin has to be faster. So mosquito motor control comes to operation, dilating the sides, blood vessels, and ensuring large blood circulation to the skin. As the temperature rises above 302 Kelvin, the sweat glands start functioning. So up to 298 temperature, not normally, but afterwards you can start the metabolism of the sweating. That is a 302 Kelvin. Sweat glands start functioning, and now the heat transfer from the skin to mainly by evaporation of the sweat. When the dry bulb temperature of the mine is air is exceeds the body temperature, that is a 310.05 Kelvin, the body can give away heat to the surrounding atmosphere by the evaporation of the sweat only. So this is the human body effects due to the temperature changes. Similarly, in case of the white, is wet bulb temperature required in the hygrometer. The ratio of the evaporation sweat depending on the moisture of the content of the ambient air, the air velocity through the relative humidity of air specified by the difference in the dry bulb and wet bulb temperature. The wet bulb temperature that greatly influences the rate of evaporation, cooling of the human body. At high wet bulb temperature, rate of cooling gets reduced. As the result, rising in temperature of body varies person to person depending upon the degree of accommodation. A moderate rise in body temperature of the order 1.4 Kelvin is not harmful, but when the body temperature rises above the 312 Kelvin and the heart rate exceeding the 140 beats per minute, heat intolerance that may ultimately lead to the heat stroke. So most of the underground mines, most of the people, so in accidents cases, the Garmi is a main important. Underground recently to particularly locations, most of the people say that the accident is caused the person is dead, but not. Temperature is also prime thing. Most of the rescue operators particularly going there, but normally the temperature there above that one. So 298 up to our metabolism is okay. When the 305 Kelvin to 312 Kelvin, they start the heart beating is more. So dissipating of the heat is one lungs as small percentage, and skin is more. The what happened? The more heart beat, heart stroke will be happening. So this is a one critical analysis we have to observe the mine accidents and the analysis, the medical point of view also. Well, now we go to next part, that is a cooling power of the mine air. Uh, the cooling power of mine air depends on the cooling power of mine air depend on the wet bulb temperature and the air velocity. So cooling power of mine air on the human body can be expressed in terms of wet bulb temperature only and air velocity. So these two are cooling factors. How to measure temperature? General temperature measured with dry bulb temperature, but wet bulb temperature give the cooling power factor of the velocity plus cooling that wet bulb temperature. The both is important. In the most of mines, the wet bulb temperature can be taken as a fair measures, comfort conditions, fair measures and comfortable conditions. So Carter thermometer is one of them. So another cooling factor measuring instrument is a Carter thermometer. The combined effect of temperature, relative humidity, and the velocity of air on human body for efficient workings can be known with the help of the Carter thermometer. This measures cooling power at instrument temperature 36.5 degrees centigrade. This is very standard as well. That Carter thermometer is a glass thermometer with a 40 long. It's almost very small, and 220 diameter. The 40 is square in nature. With color alcohol filled with, it is connected to 200 long stem to the open long stem. The stem has two smaller bulb at the top and bottom ends. The stem has two marks at 35 degrees and 38 degrees as shown in the figure. The instrument used for follows. So please you can see here. This is the instrument. This is the 20 and this is 40 This is a stem. The stem have the gradations of the temperature grade, that 35 to 38. Here very, very clear you are observed here. This is a kata. Of course, this is a hygrometer. This is the actual. This is left is a kata thermometer. This is the early hygrometer. It is no, no, it is already completed. Here you can observe. This is the top mark. This is the lower mark. So here you can observe the kata uh, thermometer functions. Uh, the kata thermometer developed by Hill as early as 1916 is a glass thermometer. Above figure is showing that with a 40 long and 20 diameter bulb filled with colored alcohol connected to 200 long stem having two smaller bulbs or reservoirs at the top and bottom end. The stem has two marks at 308 and 311 kV in between the two bulbs. When the taking reading with the Carter thermometer, the bulb is first heated by the dipped it into the hot water. So that liquid rise the top reservoir. So first heat it, then automatically it rise to the 38 degrees centigrade to 300 Kelvin point. The bulb is then taken out water, put with a dry cloth, and is allowed to cool in the minor. So taking it to minor, cool it. The time taken by the thermometer to cool from the 3311 to 308 K is noted. So the Kata cooling factor, which gives the amount of heat lost per centimeter square of the surface of the bulb. The cooling from 311 to 308 Kelvin, that is 38 degrees to 35 degrees centigrade. This factor divided by the time taken from the cooling gives the rate of heat loss from the Kata thermometer. The dry Kata reading gives the estimation of the heat loss from the surface of the bulb due to the radiation and convention, and hence it's a little importance, particularly under the hot and humid conditions, where most of the heat loss from the human body is a thorough evaporation. All the same heat advocates the dry Kata reading is not less than 200 for good working condition. The wet Kata reading is obtained by covering the bulb of the Kata thermometer by the wet muslin. The idea is make it resemble the human body, which loses heat by the radiation, convection as well as the evaporation. The wet Kata cooling power is related to the wet bulb temperature and the air velocity of the different relations can be calculating uh, the cooling factor of the particular location. So used extremely in South Africa mines. This is another 35 to 38 is sufficient in the ordering most of the improvements. But suspension hook type this bulb is covered with muslins. Correct use of the Carter thermometer takes the account air temperature, humidity, velocity, radiation, and measure the rate at which it is dissipated to the environment. So where you observe the K is equal to Carter reading F is a kata factor, the standard kata factor, time taken to fall between the almost in 35 to you're using 38, not all only 1 degree. Up to 38 to 35, how much time it will take, we will calculate here. This is another empirical formulas for the calculation of kata factors concern. Then this is a alcohol thermometer, cooling power of air. This is the kata thermometer, alcohol thermometer, cooling power of the air. This is the 100 degree factor. The standard kata 100 to 95 degree Fahrenheit. The high temperature kata 132, 125 Fahrenheit. The extra high temperature kata is 150 to 145. This is 4 centimeters is there. This is 1.8 centimeters. This is 100 Fahrenheit. So this is repeated 4 or 5 times, and the mean of the last 3 to 4 times and meaning of the last 3 4 reading is taken. Carter field is written on the thermometer or other instruction leaflet. Cooling power of air is equal to Carter factor by average cooling the time. That is only the standardized formula for the whatever model we have to take it. This is a standard formula. Carter factor by average cooling time of the from 38 degrees to 35 degrees. Dry kata readings of the 6 or more or wet kata readings maybe 20 or more, the reading index of thermal comfort. Kata thermometer available in a standardized kata, red color in alcohol, cooling range is 100 degrees to 95 Fahrenheit. The high temperature kata, dry dark blue, cooling range 130 to 120 Fahrenheit. Extra high temperature katas also magnetic magnet, cooling range is 150 to 140 Fahrenheit. So these are the kata factors, different situations, different circumstances. You are saying that the bulb is increased in hot water until the alcohol rises above the upper graduations. The bulb is vapid, dry, and the time required for the alcohol column to drop from the upper mark to the lower mark is noted. So these are the dry kata reading. So they always what are we are fixed in the instrument 38 to the how much time will be taking from the falling to 35 degrees centigrade concern. If you put into Fahrenheit, that is converted to Kelvin. Sometimes there is a Kelvin, sometimes Fahrenheit are used. So this is the basic reading taking from the kata reading. Alternatively, the bulb may be covered by wet muslin cloth and the wet kata reading is obtained. An instrument factor is marked on every instrument. The kata factor of the instrument is the number of milli calories of heat which it is losses per square centimeters of the square surface area of the bulb on the cooling from the 38 degrees to 35 degrees. It is nearly 480. So the thermometer, the kata thermometer cooling power can be simplified formula. Kata factor upon by the time in seconds alcohol to fall from the upper marks to lower marks. So minimum limit of the kata thermometer cooling power for the comfortable working as for the indication. So first to note down this formula for standard is for the kata thermometer cooling power calculation purpose. And this is the showing the different type of situations. Kata thermometer, type of work, dry kata and wet kata. For sedentary workers, there is a particular location. Kata is 6, wet is the 18. For light manual workers, that is 8 and 25. For hard manual workers, 10 and 30. If the dry time is used, the results of the cooling power by conduction and convection. The cooling power by conduction, convection, and radiation is given by wet bulb time. So standard of ventilation under the coal mining regulations, coal mine regulations. The standard of ventilation is follows. This is the as per CMR concerned. Quantity of air in a ventilating district should be minimum 6 meter cube per minute per persons employed in the districts for large shift. So you have to take this is the one prime thing. Your examination also asking if the 1200% how much of the quantity is required. So as per the standard of CMR regulation, 6 meter cube per minute per person employed in the district and the largest shift is the major thing. More than 2.5 meter cube per minute. This is a formula changed here. This is as per the production is concerned. As per the this is a meter cube per minute per daily ton of output. If you take is a mine have the production. So such case you have to apply that 2.5 meter cube per minute per daily ton of the output. The underground air should not have less than the 19% of oxygen. This is very essential. So oxygen is also very essential. So with above the standard of ventilation in the mine, you can observe that 6 meter cube per minute is the person employed in the district on the largest shift. The more than 2.5 meter cube per daily ton concern, we have to take the rule. Underground air should not be less than 90%. These are the standardized ventilation for the mine is concerned. So underground air should not have more than 0.5% and CO2 or other noxious gases. Inflammable gas should not be below 0.7%. In the general body of air, return of air in any ventilation districts and below 1.25% at any place of the mine. Wet bulb temperature should not exceeding the 33.5 degrees. This is very important. Uh, the wet bulb temperature, any circum 33.5 degrees centigrade, 33.5 take 30 degrees exceeding. If it is exceeding 30.5 degrees at any place, air current should be faster than 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. Similarly, at a sample at temperature reading should be taken once in 30 days. The air sample to temperature readings are taken every standardized one. These are the generalized as per CMR is concerned. So always you read the wet bulb temperature in 33.5, 30.5, you are increasing the air velocity. With this, I am going to conclude almost. So far, you are learned with the hygrothermometer and Alberling hygrometer, and also Carter thermometer for humidity and cooling power effect measurements. How to measure these things you are learned. Giving some examination quiz questions. Cooling power of mine air depends on wet bulb temperature. That is called air velocity. Cooling power of mine air depends on the wet bulb temperature and air velocity. Cooling power of mine air can be determined by the Carter thermometer. Cooling power of mine air can be determined by the Carter thermometer. The stem of the Carter thermometer is marked as 35 degrees and 38 degrees. The stem of the Carter thermometer is marked as 35 degrees and 38 degrees. The relative humidity of mine air can be determined with the help of hygrometer. The relative humidity of mine air can be determined help of hygrometer. The ratio of the ratio of the ratio of air reach phases to the amount of air produced by the main fan is called the ventilation efficient coefficient. The ratio between the air reach to the phase to the amount of air, and so this is a comparison. The input fan or where the surface fan is give this much of quantity there, and also lastmost point of the phase. So these two differential ventilation called VEQ is a very important. So EQ value is a more means it will give the uh, sufficient, but if less there will be numerator is more, so that will be the problem of ventilation is a little sluggish. So that you have to with the help of the this figure it can be identified easily. So with this I am going to conclude that one. I hope you are to enjoy today class with the quality survey is concerned for particularly uh, uh, humidity. That's a very important factor in the mind, and also cooling effect of the mind. So these instruments are exam point is very important. Also, your regular supervision of minds also, how the facing of the person comfortable to the mind is also to understanding. These two will be influencing factors. Whenever persons are complained, we are not comfortable in particular location. So human metabolism, how reacting with the temperature, how reacting the moisture content of the air, and also the dropping of the cooling effects in the particular location. These things scientific measure by the with the help of the hygrometer as well as the cardiothermometer. Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.